This is out of Pasadena, where there has been an officer-involved shooting. Air 11 is live over the scene right now. This is at Red Bluff and Pasadena Boulevard. But the officer involved in this shooting is from LaPorte, and we understand this person was not hit. Brett Buffington is live there with the very latest in this. Hey, Brett.
We're still trying to figure out exactly how this happened. We understand, as you just said, that this is a LaPorte police officer, but we are in the city of Pasadena. That scene is right here behind me. This happened at this gas station. We're being told by the Pasadena Police Department that LaPorte officer was here. He was in the process of serving a warrant when this happened. Take a look at this live shot from Air 11 over the scene still. We're still trying to figure out if this gas station was open. Of course, officers here are investigating this. We're being told that the person who was shot has been taken to the hospital, but it's unclear his condition. The officer in this, he is okay. Again, Pasadena Police just told us they are expecting to hold a press conference here in the next little bit. Of course, when that happens, we'll likely learn a lot more about what happened here at this gas station this afternoon. But again, one person shot. An officer pulled out his gun and discharged his weapon, shooting one person, sent him to the hospital. We're working to learn more about that. We're live, though, in Pasadena this afternoon. Brett Buffington, KHOU 11 News.
We'll check in with you a little later. Thank you. Police believe an illegal gambling operation was happening in the same place as a deadly double shooting. The shooter or shooters are still on the run. Michelle Choi spoke with one of the victims' family and has the latest on that.
Among the rows and rows of warehouses in this area, most of them individual businesses, detectives tell us it was that particular spot where the shooting took place. Inside this unassuming warehouse, now surrounded by crime scene tape, is where overnight police say two men were found shot and killed. One of those victims, a 30-year-old man. The other, according to his family, 25-year-old Xavier Stanley. His sister rushed over as soon as she heard the news.
It didn't have to happen this way. It's unnecessary to have to kill someone over anything, regardless of what happens, or if you were beefing or you didn't know. It's pointless.
Homicide detectives are now trying to figure out a motive. They say this may have been an attempted robbery and that inside the warehouse, an illegal gambling operation was taking place. They tell us at least a dozen people were inside at the time. Homicide detectives aren't sure who the suspects are or how many there are, but they say seconds before the shooting, a robbery took place right outside, where a man was held at gunpoint by three people wearing masks and gloves. But they took off as soon as gunshots rang out. That victim is okay. Now, investigators are trying to figure out if the two incidents are related. They've detained several people for questioning, but have yet to arrest anyone. Earlier, homicide detectives were out here canvassing the scene, looking for surveillance cameras. If you have any information on this case, you're asked to call Houston Crime Stoppers. That number is 713-222-TIPS. In North Houston, I'm Michelle Choi, KHOU 11 News.
Houston police are investigating a stolen safe that was found dumped on a road in southeast Houston. Air 11 was over the scene at Windwater Drive, just off of Alameda, Genoa. The safe was found just before 8 o'clock this morning. It was broken open with money bags around it and checks made out to a Beaumont American Legion post. Detectives are now working with Beaumont police to find the owner. And check this out, a sailboat run aground near Galveston being towed back in this morning. We were over this scene as well. Coast Guard officers got a distress call around 1 o'clock this morning on a boat near the jetties. It was too shallow and Beach Patrol had to be called in. We do know that no one was injured. Well, check this out, a wild encounter on Highway 59 when a nearly 12-foot gator, this guy here, stopped traffic. Police needed some extra hands with this one. Janelle Fort has more on how they wrangled this one in.
Well, as you can see, George is safe and out of harm's way, but it was quite the task to get him wrangled in and out of harm's way. In Liberty County, he's known as a contract cowboy.
When they call, I'll stop and kind of jump to their tune.
And last night, Chance Ward got that call to spring into action. This 11.5-foot gator was blocking traffic on US 59 Sunday night in Cleveland.
The gator had pretty much set his way. He was not going to move.
Cleveland PD blocked off the highway and set out to get him out of there alive. So they brought in the one person they knew could wrangle him and get him to safety.
They were completely going off of my guide, hoping that I was telling them what to do right and not something that might cost them their leg.
A little bit more. Let's do about 2 more wraps on that tape.
It took about 20 minutes to get him calm, tie him up, and get him loaded up on a truck. The gator put up a good fight, rolling a few times on the pavement and getting a few bruises. In this video, you can hear Ward guiding the sergeant as he taped the gator's jaw.
It was kind of a joke amongst us too of should we read him his rights.
They also named him George.
Sergeant Edwards was doing something, and he said, hold on, George.
The name stuck, and once everyone was safe, they even snapped a few pics. This one captioned,
"It's only in Texas that you get a Whataburger and a gator in the same picture."
Now they're just waiting on the game wardens to get all the paperwork and legal stuff out of the way so that George here can be released back into the wild. Standing for Houston, Janelle Ford, KHOU 11 News.
Glad they got that guy wrangled. Okay, let's take a live look outside over downtown Houston this afternoon. Just really gorgeous weather. Brooks Garner is here now. So Brooks, these temps though, they keep climbing.
Oh yeah. You know, May starts tomorrow, and with a flip of the calendar, we also get into a new weather pattern, a much warmer weather pattern. If you've been missing those 90s, well, you're in store for a treat. I know, I'm saying that kind of sarcastically. I don't think many of us miss the 90s. It's comfortable now, though. Southeast winds about 15 miles an hour, 78 degrees, clouds on the increase. That's the first sign of our atmosphere changing. We've got moisture on the increase, and with the winds kicking up, it's not going to take too much to get a warm front pushing in. And that'll make our highs in the low 80s, which is expected both today and tomorrow, become more like highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Now, there is also a significant chance for some rain coming up for our Cinco de Mayo weekend. Coming up, we will track that chance. Reka.
All right, Brooks, thank you so much. After the break, the Astros step up to the plate and help kids in need, how they're giving back to at-risk kids and giving them a chance for a home run. Plus,